Fresh Start fam, welcome back to my channel. My name is April and this is April's Fresh Start Budgets. I totally had to check to see if I was actually filming there. All right, guys, welcome to the week. It is officially June. We have made it to the summer months and it still does not feel like summer. It is supposed to get hot around here this week, but of course the days that are above 70 around here are rainy. So who knows? We'll see. But I had a very lovely weekend. Even though my oldest son is in Dallas, Texas, I miss the heck out of him. I don't know what I'm going to do when he moves out. He is actually a huge help around here, and I know that he is, but like having him like not here at all, it's really kind of like, ugh. Especially with my dogs. My dogs love him. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's just the dogs need to get used to him not being here for when he does eventually get his own place, which he's hoping to do probably in the next 6 months. My dogs have been driving me nuts, so he is a huge help with the dogs. Let's ask our question of the day, and then I will put these June challenges in my binder while we discuss it. So question 19 says, when you're home alone, do you wear socks, shoes, slippers, or do you go barefoot? I am a slipper gal. I call them my work shoes because I work from home. And I absolutely love them. I love my slippers. I wear them almost the entire time that I'm home. I'm always a freeze baby, always a freeze baby. So I definitely am a slipper gal. Let me know in the comments, what about you guys? And how was your weekend? What did you guys do? So we had a very active Friday. I had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I felt so bad because Junior's first day of summer break. And could he sleep in? No, because his mom was waking him up at 4 in the morning to take his brother to the airport. But we took Randy to the airport, and then we came home, and I thought Junior would go back to sleep. I thought I would go back to sleep, but he was like, no, I'm fine. Let's, get started with our day. And I'm like, okay. So I had to work, so I worked a full day. And then my husband actually texted me a few hours into the day and said, hey, there's a PS5 on sale at Costco and it's on sale. Should we get it? And I said, well, offer it to Junior because he might go halfsies with you on it. So I told him, I said, text him. He has his iPad, text him. So he texted Junior and Junior said, yes, I will do halfsies on it, but let me double check with mom and make sure that I have that in my high yield savings account. So I went upstairs. He came upstairs where my office is. He asked me, I said, yes, you have it in your high yield savings account. This one is from, let me see here. This is from Mischief Managed Budgets. It's the cutest year-long savings challenge. Absolutely love this. Look at the images in June. Is that not the most adorable thing ever? Look at the little seagull. That is going to be me if ever it warms up. I will be a little beach bear there and the bunny with the cocktail. This is so cute. This is, like I said, every month this is the most appropriately named challenge because these images are adorable, and it would help if we had money. Let's count our money. Okay, whenever we start a new month, we want to have as many fives and singles as possible because the denominations, we don't have the ability to make change from the envelope. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So we have $100 today, and we are going to get started. So yes, so Junior came upstairs and asked me if he had the money in his high yield savings account to go halfsies on a PlayStation 5 with his dad, and I said he did. So he took $255 out of his high yield savings account in order to do that. So we got a PS5 on Friday, and then my husband came home and he was trying to set it up. The sunglasses here are a 6. So the total for this month is 60. So I'm going to probably do about $15 in here. I'll do this little boat on the other side. That's a 5, and we'll do one more. So they set it up, but then they realized that our router that we have, which we have T-Mobile home internet, and we got it a couple years ago, and they have since updated the routers for them, but we never went and exchanged our router. I'll do this one right up here. Okay, that is a 2. We'll just stop there. So that is 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 2 is 13. So I ended up, we weren't able to connect the PlayStation 5 with our current router. So I ended up having to go then after work up to T-Mobile and exchange the routers, which they couldn't exchange the router. They said we basically just needed to cancel our old internet and get new internet. But the nice thing was we would get a free month out of it. And so I had to deal with that whole thing. And then I got home and we hooked that up. But my husband was trying to do all the updates for the PS5 because whenever you plug it in, there's a whole bunch of updates. And then they had at our church a blessing of the bikes and cars in any sort of like transportation vehicle that you want. People could literally bring a boat, even though nobody did. So Junior and I rode our bikes a couple miles up to the church and we had our bikes blessed, and that was a lot of fun. I did get the electric bike and I rode the electric bike. It was so fun. It is absolutely fun. And unfortunately, we kind of figured that either me or my husband, one of us would really like the bike and the other person would be like, it's okay. We both really like the bike. So we may end up getting another one eventually, but as of right now, we're sharing it, but we both really, really, really like it. And it is so much fun. So we rode up to the church and we got our bikes blessed. And then we rode over to the library. We got some books and then we came home and, we got home at like 8 or 9 o'clock and then we had to get some food, and it was just, I thought Junior would crash because he was up since 4 a.m. So we didn't eat dinner until super, super late, and then played a little bit of PS5. And then he was like, I was like, I'm ready for bed. And we go upstairs to Junior's room and I'm ready to put him to bed and he's playing Legos. So he was up since 4 a.m. until 10 o'clock at night. But once that kid fell asleep, oh my God, he crashed and crashed hard. And he slept from like 10 p.m. until I think 10 a.m. the next morning. Yeah, he was exhausted. All right, I'm going to go back here and do the $5 a week in the Save with Judy, $5 a week in 2025 for a total year-long savings of $300. We're going to color in flip-flops for the month of June. That is fun. I'm going to color in some yellow flip-flops. We're going to make them super colorful like we did for our flowers in the month of May. And we'll put $5 a week in here. So Saturday, we didn't do much. Unfortunately, my one dog had another seizure and I didn't want to leave her for like a day outing just because Randy wasn't here to keep an eye on her. So we stayed home all day on Saturday, which was fine. It was unfortunately very, very, very cold. Sunday was very similar. It was a little bit sunny, a little bit chilly. It wasn't as windy, so we did do a little bit more bike riding, but it was just cold. So I kind of filmed on Sunday. Today's Sunday. So I kind of am filming and just hanging around the house and that type of stuff. Randy comes home tomorrow night. He's having an amazing time. He's at a fan expo, and he said it is the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. So all of the cast, like Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, everybody from Back to the Future is at this fan expo, and it's a huge fan expo. So like Orlando Bloom is there for Lord of the Rings and Pirates, and Walton Goggins is there, and that's who he wanted to get a signature from, is Walton Goggins. But yeah, I'm like, oh my God, the whole cast of Back to the Future is there. Are you kidding me? Like, I love that movie. I love that movie. I told him, I said, I'm like, if you see anybody, just get a quick picture. I'm like, even in passing, don't pay for the pictures, but get a quick picture if you can. So he said he's having a really great time. He said Dallas is amazing. It's super confusing. He says the highway exits are the most confusing thing ever, and there's 60,000 of them. So definitely a little bit different from Ohio, but this is this first time that he flew without me, and I am obviously a planner and a type A personality. I'm going to put $15 into this. So I'm like airport dad. You know, you see all those memes about airport dad. I am airport dad. And so he was like, what do I do for this? What do I do for this? What do I do for this? And I'm like, you figure it out, bud. I'm like, you go to the airport and you go through security. And he goes, so he's doing his pre-check and stuff. He goes, I have my cell phone. Is that a hazardous material because it has a battery in it? I'm like, no. I'm like, everybody and their brother has got their cell phone. So it was just kind of funny how he's having adult now. He's 22. It's about dang time. He does, you know, he works a full-time job and he does all these, but some of the things that I always just kind of handled for him, he's having a handle on his own. So, but he's doing it and he's doing great and he's figuring it out, and I'm super proud of him, and I'm absolutely thrilled that he's having a wonderful time in Texas. So he said his friend that is there is being an awesome tour guide, and he is already making plans for the friend to come here. So they're having a great time, and I couldn't be happier for him. All right, so for June, we have 4 letters in the word June. So let's do our big number. This one is from Alex over at Allie Bear Budgets. I'm sorry, this one is from my Etsy. This is the A6 size set of savings challenges for the whole year. Each month is $60. And then this one is from Alex over at Allie Bear Budgets, and each letter corresponds to its position in the alphabet. So J is the 10th letter of the alphabet. We're saving $10 for J. U is the 21st letter of the alphabet. We will save $21 for June. Let's go ahead and do the the U for June. We'll go start with the big numbers. So that is $21. Let's see what we have in here that we can pull out and do. Let's do this. We can do 1, 2, 3, and 4 singles coming out, and we could put in 25. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 going into this one. And then what I also want to do is I also want to do, like I said, we're doing also $5 a week of December, so that by the time we get to the end of November, I can worry about doing Budget Miss, which is all Christmas themed stuff. So let's do the 2 and the 3 for a total of 5 of December. Okay, so we'll put another 5 in. Perfect. Okay. So during the summer months, when the letters of the months are not that long, like May, June, and July, we'll work on December so that we will be able to do those, because it'll be a little harder to do it when we're working on September, October, and November, which have a lot more letters in them. So this is going to work out really, really well, and I absolutely love that challenge. That is a huge saver for us. Okay, now we're going to go to this one. This is our June challenge from Danny over at Craftco Budgets. Each month is a total of $25. And this one for June is celebrating Juneteenth. I absolutely love it. That is so cool. Let's do about $5 or $6 in here. We have a 1. Okay, let's do one over on this side. We have a 3. And we'll do one more. Let's do this top one right here. And a 2. Okay, so we're going to put $6 into this one. So thank you guys so much. If you guys saw my video on Friday, I released a bunch of new Etsy items. I've had wonderful reception to it. Thank you guys so much for your support. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And I am super excited about it. We are absolutely loving the new releases, so that is thrilling to me that you guys are enjoying them. All right, this one is from our friend D at D Plans and Budgets. I have 5 moods. I'm too old for this. I'm too tired for this. I don't have time for this. I'm too sober for this, and I don't get paid enough for this. I say all of these probably in the course of a day. When I'm riding bikes with Junior, I say, I'm too old for this. Anything, I'm too tired for this. I don't have time for this. I'm too sober for this. I don't get paid enough for this is often said while I'm at work. This is hysterical. I absolutely love it. Let's do about 2 or 3 of these. Let's do these in this lovely blue color to match the background. That is my face. That little bird there is my face while I am working quite often. Let's do an 8. Okay, and then let's do a 7. That's 15, so let's do a 1 more. Let's keep it even and we'll do a 5. So we'll put 20 into this one. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 going into this one. Awesome. So I love how these challenges here have a large number and a small number. You could save the large number for bigger budgets, a small number for smaller budgets, or if you have a huge budget, you could do both numbers together. I am just doing the larger numbers. Okay, then we have my challenge for June. This is part of my micro set or A7 size set for the whole year. The total is $225 for the whole year. Let's start off with the big number. We're going to go with 7. I have not seen how many Mondays there are in June yet. I'm assuming that there's 5 because today is only the 2nd, but we'll see. If there's only 4, we'll do the 2 and the 3 on the last day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and $7 going into that one. Let me face the rest of this money. Okay. And we are started on this. That is super awesome. Might not have a lot of money for Santa All Year Long book this month, or this week, but that's okay. We got the big numbers started on these challenges. All right, so this is a June from Jessie Budgets, and I love the flower for June. It looks like a rose there. Let's do $5 into this one. So we're gonna do the 1, and we're gonna do the 4. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and $5 going into this one. All right. And then we don't have a lot of money for Santa All Year Long book, but we're definitely going to do some. We have $1, 2, and $3. When we get started with a new month, sometimes we just have a little bit less because we try to tackle the big numbers on the first week, and that is okay. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Okay. So we have $3. I don't think we're going to do any of the scratchers today. I think we're going to do this one right here. So let me get out my colorful dice here. We will roll and we will see what we get. Okay. So we have a 1 and a 5. So 1 and a 5 is done. Let's see if 5 and 1 is not, it is not done. So that is a flower for $2. Okay. So we can do one more if we get a small IOU. That's okay. We could take it from shoe IOU. 6 and 2. So 6 and then 2 is the beach ball. That is $3. So we will do that one. And then we will take those $2 from shoe IOU. Let me pull that out. Okay, so that one is $3. We have 1. We will take out 1 and $2 from shoe IOU. So in our Santa All Year Long book for the month of June, we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 today. We will definitely be doing more next time. But that is it for My Money Monday, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful start to your week. And I will see you guys on Wednesday for Game and Save with Junior. See you then. Bye-bye.